I want to share my story. Please keep me anonymous. My name is Mamiya. I am a lady of 36 years old. I have no child and have never been married before. All my life as a 36-year-old, I have dated 3 men and have slept with only 4 men, including the one I'm about to talk about. I met my first boyfriend in SHS and dated, but we had our first intimacy after completing school. He was the one who disvirgined me. We dated for a while and went our separate ways. I met my second boyfriend who was living abroad. We also dated for almost 5 years and went our separate ways. I met my third boyfriend in Ghana when I was in my second year at the university. He was my senior at the university. We dated for almost 2 years before he got the chance to do his master's in the US. In fact, he knew how good and sweet I was, so we kept our relationship on and never broke up. He comes every year and that's how we were able to keep this relationship on for a long time. I was 24 when we met. I've dated this guy for close to 12 years and have never for once cheated. I also happen to be someone who is not into sex too much. I can be there for years without having the urge to do it. He knows it, so he always brags to his friends that he can decide not to come home for years and still come and find me untouched by any man. Upon all my years of staying faithfully to this guy, he doesn't want us to marry. He doesn't want us to have children. He has been able to manipulate me into believing that we can live our lives together and be happy without having children and being and being married. He has now become an American citizen and I have begged him to help me also relocate there, but this guy said there is nothing better in America, so I should continue staying here and that he's even planning to relocate back to Ghana for good. I lost my mother about 8 years ago, and anytime I remember how she begged me to leave this guy and find a different person to marry, to have kids before she dies, and I didn't listen, makes me cry all the time. My guy came to Ghana recently. As usual, I always pick him up from the airport to his house and sleep over and come home the next day. Along the line, we had misunderstandings and I usually call him before going to his house. One early morning, I decided to go there without calling. I got to his door, knocked, and they heard nothing. I also heard him talking to some people inside the living room, so I decided to stand at the door and listen to their conversation before I knocked the second time. To my surprise, a woman has given birth for him and they are planning for a huge naming ceremony and a wedding too. He was inside with the lady, his child, and the lady's mom. To cut a long story short, I knocked again and he opened and I told him I've heard everything. His plans to marry and the child he has too. I just wished them congratulations. I went inside his room, packed all my stuff and went home. He came over to my house with his sister and some friends to offer an apology and asked me what I needed for compensation. In fact, I told them I needed nothing and sacked them.